Today we go over Star Wars Episode 9, the final film of the Skywalker saga. This is Mike Zero here. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, as you all know, Episode 9 being the final film of the sequel trilogy by director J.J. Abrams, which will indeed bring a return of Carrie Fisher as General Leia, Mark Hamill as Luke, Billy D. Williams as Lando Calrissian, and a whole lot more. Now, I wanted to go on a subject involving Episode 9 and the actual Episode 9 title, and how some potential hints may actually be embedded within the sequel trilogy already. Now, the thing here is, if you guys go ahead and look at The Force Awakens, where we do see, all these different pieces of dialogue that are essentially acknowledging the title of The Force Awakens indirectly. Now, countless characters in Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens, repeatedly say, "The Force," and also Snoke implies and says, "There has been an awakening. Have you felt it?" Hence, Star Wars The Force Awakens. Now, if you go ahead and look within The Force Awakens itself, there is indeed a line of dialogue that hinted toward the actual title of Star Wars Episode 8, when Snoke says, "The Last Jedi," when talking about Luke Skywalker, the last remaining Jedi that there is throughout the whole entire galaxy. And that right then and there essentially either A, predicted the title for Star Wars Episode 8, or gave Rian Johnson the idea of using that for the title for the second installment of the sequel trilogy. Also, I'm pretty sure it seems like that Disney and Lucasfilm are aiming with each Star Wars title within the sequel trilogy to start with "the." This is the first Star Wars trilogy in which each and every title starts off with "the" so far. In the prequels, there's not too many with "the," as, goes with, the original trilogy. There's only one per, pretty much. You have The Empire Strikes Back in the originals, and then in the prequel trilogy, you don't really have anything necessarily starting off with "the," except for The Phantom Menace. So it's one movie per trilogy so far, but looking at these sequels, it's two already. Now, looking at Star Wars The Last Jedi, I want to go in on two of the most commonly used phrases that are from, the very start and finish of the movie. And one of the big ones is spark. Now, a lot of people are thinking that maybe, Star Wars Episode 9's title could very well be something in or around the lines of a mixture of A New Hope and spark, hence The Spark of Hope, or something around those lines. But the one that I feel is the most realistic route to go, and this is another line of dialogue that was said 2 or 3 times throughout the entire movie, is rebellion. Now, the first time I believe we heard this was through Luke Skywalker when he's on Crate, where he says, "The rebellion is reborn today." And then we even have Rey on board of the Millennium Falcon talking to Leia, where she says, "How do we build a rebellion from this?" I think that a great title for Episode 9 would be Star Wars The New Rebellion. Once again, another title starting off with "the." I don't know why I get that vibe, but it seems like the sequel trilogy is going to have every movie starting off with "the." So The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, and then, for example, The Spark of Hope, or The New Rebellion. The New Rebellion, to me, really sticks and is catchy, and it seems like a Star Wars movie title, and it would be the first Star Wars movie title that's about an organization. If you look at all the past movies, it's either about, a person, or a war that's going on, or the return of something, right? So if you look at, Attack of the Clones, that's something that's happening. And if you look at Revenge of the Sith, it's the return of the Sith essentially coming back. Same goes with Return of the Jedi. The Empire Strikes Back, again, it's telling you an event that's happening in the movie. Same goes with A New Hope. It's pretty much a thought process going on. The New Hope is, of course, when Obi-Wan Kenobi sacrifices himself and Luke Skywalker is on his path to becoming new Jedi, and the destruction of the Death Star, etc. There's tons of things in there that imply A New Hope. Now, looking at everything with Episode 9, I would love for each and every one of you to chime in the comments section below and let me know your predictions of the official Star Wars Episode 9 title, which, if they're going to go the same exact route of The Last Jedi's, we will be getting a title reveal as early as January of 2019, which isn't too far off, because this is what I like about the filmmaking process, right? You have principal photography, post-production, then we learn about the title, then we get some material that comes out, showing us images, etc., trailers, TV spots, you name it. It's a fun process. But anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.